first video of the core strengthening exercises deals with targeting the central core, or strengthening the transverse abdominis muscle, which is located deep within the core. It's below those six-pack muscles that honestly don't do too much to help support your overall core. In the last video, you've stretched out your back, got your back in a better position to decrease that pain. Now we need to strengthen the core to keep it there. So the first exercise you're going to do is lie on your back, bend your knees, and you're going to push the small of your back down into the table. Better way of thinking of this is to suck in your gut or bring your belly button down into the table. By performing this exercise, you're going to target the transverse abdominis that tightens up and holds the core in the proper position. So perform this exercise for 3 sets of 10 and relax. Notice how your stomach is tightening and how you're actually working those inner core muscles. The next exercise is where you lie on your back, keep your knees bent, and then you're going to perform a posterior pelvic tilt, which is sucking in your gut, pushing your belly button down into the table, or pushing the small of your back into the table. Hold that, and then I'd like you to march your legs up and down and perform 3 sets of 10. Moving on to the third progression. Perform the posterior pelvic tilt, or small of your back into the table. And this time you're going to take one leg, straighten it out, bring it back without touching your heel to the table, to the bed, or to the ground. Again, bring it out and back while holding your tilt. If you notice the small of your back rising, that means your core isn't strong enough to perform this exercise yet. So go back to the previous exercise. Perform this 3 sets of 10 on each side and then relax and notice how your core is working. Now, if you're doing great with this, then let's proceed to the next exercise, which is the double leg out and back. Now this one's a little more challenging. You need to really get yourself in that posterior pelvic tilt, hold it there, and then perform the double leg out and back. Just make sure the small of your back isn't coming up while performing these. So do this 3 sets of 10 and relax. Now, if you can't do 3 sets of 10, do what you can do. It's always good to do what you're able to do than nothing. Moving on to the last exercise progression. You're going to lie on your back, knees bent, perform that posterior pelvic tilt that we're all so familiar with. And you're going to keep your legs straight out and flutter them up and down. Do a leg flutter for 3 sets of 10 or as many as you're able, making sure the small of your back does not come up off the table, bed, or ground. Make sure to add these exercises into your daily morning routine. I always find it best to perform exercises right in the morning before getting out of bed so that you don't have to worry about it later on. And of course, I would recommend you do it more than once per day, but once is better than nothing. So if you're feeling like you really want to conquer this low back pain, get yourself back to where you need to be, then do it in the morning as well as the evening. And for some of you that really want to get better quicker, do it in the morning, afternoon, and evening. All right, I look forward to seeing you in the next one.